They want to make sure that the woman that her son entrusts his heart to is not going to hurt him, because we are really overprotective of our children. And so they kind of, especially if they were close, the son and his mom, she's really just concerned, bottom line, is that the man have the right one for him, that he can be happy, just like your mother would be in regards to you. And so when that woman, his mother, is comfortable with the fact, after watching you a little bit and a little while, that you do have her son at heart, that you are interested in her son, that you're not taking advantage of her son. You and his mother, I put it this way, you do all you can. And if he says something about his mother, and like my mother can really cook, she can make macaroni and cheese better than anybody I know. Now, we kind of might want to say a little something right there. But when you say this, you know what? She really do make good macaroni and cheese. You know what? Well, I'm going to ask her for that recipe. Say that. You want to say something else, but say that, right? So you call mom and ask her for that recipe. And I'm just trying to tell you something that's going to make the man feel comfortable with you and his mom. That there's not going to be disturbances because of her, your spirits clashing, because he's your husband and your lover, but he's her son. So bottom line, and I'm going to try to rush through this because there's other things that I want to address, is that when you make her your friend, that same woman that you thought didn't like you will become your friend. And she, in turn, will become protective of you. And she, in turn, would say things to him in regards to anything that he's doing or saying that's disturbing or hurting you, because she loved you too. It can work. Basically what I'm trying to tell you, but you have to work at it. And often, and I'm trying to rush, you have to determine when you marry someone, or if you want to marry someone, or if you love someone, you have to, from the get-go, determine how bad do you want it to work. You have to determine from the get-go, is it worth saving or fighting for? And if you make that decision, or if you make, in other words, determine that I'm not going to lose this person that's in my life because I got attitude about something outside of our relationship and our home. You have to find a way to work through that and save your marriage or your relationship. So now I'm going to stop on that one because there's some other things that I'd like to address. Now, another thing, as a woman, if you had a son, because lots of us are of age and we have had a family, some have been married, some, if you wasn't married, you have children. And so lots of things that when you get into a relationship or fall in love or you end up marrying, you have to realize is that when it comes to our sons, you know this, we have a tendency as mothers to really be attracted or jump at when our sons ask things. For instance, our sons can be 3 or 4 years old, and if he can talk, he can get you up to make pancakes when your husband came. So what I'm saying is this, is that a man, we still talking about how to attract and not distract. So you have to understand how a man think. And how a man think is this. If you can remember, even if you have sons yourself, your sons have a tendency to applaud you. They have a tendency to tell you verbally, I love you, mama. They have a tendency to just hang on you, follow you through the house, maybe from 2 to 5 or 7. That you have that baby talk. Mama, I'm going to buy you a house. Mama, you the prettiest. Mama, you the prettiest than anybody in the whole wide world. They'll go get little stuff, little trinkets that you don't even want and present it to you. And what you would do as the mother, because you see this child love you and that he's trying to exhibit that love, you would just grab him and say, baby, thank you. Oh, you such a strong little baby. Oh, you know mother love you. Oh, you have mother's heart. Oh, I'm so proud of you. What are you saying that for? I'm saying this because that's the same way you do your significant other or your husband. You let him know that I'm in your corner, baby. Honey, you got me for life. I got your back. I'm proud of you. Anything that man does, in a sense, not know everything, but every now and then applaud him. In other words, words, let him know, baby, I appreciate the efforts that you're making for this family. I see the sacrifice that you're making, and I'm going to do all I can to do what I can to help you get where you want to go in life. And even sometimes if he do something that cause you to distrust him, not to trust him, or if he do something that really hurts you, or even if he cheat on you, meaning this, what I'm saying is this, is you still got to make the decision. It's this, cause just because sometimes people cheat, it ain't cause they was in love. They just was caught off guard, or was, you know what I'm saying, got caught up in the moment. And sex sometimes for men is like drinking Kool-Aid, but nothing satisfies like water. You water, right? So meaning this, you have to, that don't mean they in love, because now we move out in that area, because I like you, I love you, you make me feel a certain kind of way. They move off of affection, off of emotion. Men have two heads, we have one, right? So you have to make up in your mind, especially if the man is sorry. He didn't mean to do it. He's apologizing. He even telling you what happened. What we're saying is, do you want it to work? Do you want to work at it? Is it worth keeping? And when you make up in your mind, because people make mistakes. So that's, sometimes people say, well, that's the one that it's just over for me. Sometimes you can work through that. Not all the time. But sometimes, especially if you notice this man's behavior has changed, that if you notice he is trying to do better in that area. In other words, that's not anything he's continually doing. You can tell without him constantly saying, baby, I'm going to change, baby, I'm going to change, baby, I'm not going to. You can tell by his attitude, his personality, his behavior, his lifestyle, how he stayed close to home. You can tell. And so you have to say to him, whether you accept it right now or not, baby, it hurt me that happened. I didn't expect that would happen, that you would do that to me. But that's bygones is bygones. And I'm not going to allow myself to live with the drama or the hurt that brought because of that particular situation. So I'm going to, again, trust my heart to you again. I'm going to, with the help of God, I'm going to try to let that go. And we're going to move forward. Ask me why am I asking you that. What you're saying to him is, I'm not going to hold it against you. What you're really doing is seeing how he going to handle when you say you trust him. You're, in other words, putting it out in a manner that if he can't change or improve with you saying those things, and not only just saying that he can see that you are trying to do that you promised him that you would do, that we're going to move forward, and I'm going to trust that you meant what you said, that will not happen again. Now, what will happen if he's serious? He'll do those things. He'll implement the things that he promised that he would, and you all can move on forward. But now, if this man continue with this behavior, if this is just something that man is saying but not doing, you fill in the blanks. You did your part. I'm not going to tell you what you do right there, but at least you know what you're working with, and it's your decision. Another thing you have to realize about a man, we have a tendency sometimes as women to say, he don't say so-and-so to me. He don't tell me he loved me like he used to when we was courting. Well, he don't spend the time like he used to when we were dating. He's changed. I'm going to tell you about a man. A man that's mature and responsible and have his family at heart. Most of the time, now you do have some men that are romantic verbally. Personally, that's wonderful. But I love for the rest of you to show up. Not just your conversation or the things that you can say to me. I'd like for the rest of you to show up so that what you're saying, I can see the evidence of that. So basically with men, what they do is what their love language is what I can present to you. You got a house. I got the kids in private school. I buy you what you want. Not they ain't gonna buy you everything you want. But in other words, he present things to you of worth, because that's how he's validated internally himself. It's what I'm able to do to provide for you, right? And so that's kind of how he shows you how he feels. So for you to get the emotional side of him to come forth, is you have to say things that will move him in this sense. It's like, baby, you really did a wonderful job, say, fixing the sink this evening. I really appreciate that. I mean, you are really smart. I really got blessed when I got you. Things like that. Or when he does anything, any effort, especially inside the home, make him aware of the fact that you noticed that. And sometimes he won't say anything, but he will act better. He act out in a way that you notice that affected him in a positive way. Just like when his mother would tell him how proud she is of him, and how his little heart would just swell up in his chest and he'd come up with the biggest smile. I'll tell you that they are somewhat the same way. If we applaud them, if we appreciate them, if we don't forget to use the thank you word, you'll be surprised at the consequences in a positive way, or the evidences that he will begin to show that you thought was not really even there. But basically what I'm saying, we bring that out in them. We alone, not necessarily alone, but the things that we can do to to stimulate his thinking, or to touch his heart, or to make him feel like he's worth something to you, or that another thing men like to feel, like like when I say that, men are different. But if you were fortunate enough to marry somebody that's man in the sense that he takes care of his family, his home, his children, that he invests into his family. That's what I'm talking about. If you have a person like that, what you really want to do is do all you can to let that man know that you value that you're not taking that for granted, that you're not going to sit down on the job. You know how sometimes a woman meet a man and she find out that he's that type of man, and she back up and not really don't want to do anything. But in other words, you want him to know that I'm in this to share with you, not that I got to divvy whatever you do. I'm trying. You can't become too independent in the sense that you don't really need him. Don't ever tell a man, I don't need you, or I can do better by myself, or I was living before I met you. And don't think that just if you go that I can end up with him. In other words, you don't want to chip away at your relationship, because they don't ever forget it. You might just say it because you was kind of a little upset, but they don't ever forget it. 20 years later, he'll remind you that you said that to him. My time is up. I hate to leave you, but it's time to go. So what I'm going to say to you, and like I often say, next time we'll continue where we left off. Because there are a lot of things that's somewhat simple, but it can cause great results when it comes to your relationship and your home being healthy, that in the sense that your children can see those positive results. And basically, what I'm trying to do is allow the audience to fully comprehend that if your children is privy, or in other words, is able to see the things act out in those homes that will cause them, when they leave your home and go into their own lives, they'll have something to work with. They'll have some things that they can take to their homes and to their relationships and to their marriages, because they learned those things at home. This is our job as parents, that our children leave home healthy and prepared and skilled to live a healthy life when they do meet the person of their dreams. So until next time, God willing, we'll see you again.